You remember last year, everyone was wondering why do they keep playing Mayfield injured? Everybody was wondering why is Stefanski playing him injured when he brought his backup Case Keenum here. He's not helping the team. He's hurting the team. Well, wonder no more, because I told you guys all last year, when you're done listening to this video, you're going to say, this guy is a fucking genius. Mayfield gets injured last year. Now, Stefanski should have sat him because he was hurting the team. His arm strength was shot and his accuracy was shot. He was not helping the team. He was hurting the team. But what he did was genius, but also disturbing. He kept playing Mayfield in an exploitable condition because he knew Mayfield was terrible and he knew he wasn't getting any better. He kept playing him in an exploitable condition to exploit how bad he was. Sometimes you got to sacrifice the now to gain the future. But in the process of doing that, he basically sacrificed them guys in that locker room whole season. And that pissed me off at the time. Because last year we could have made the playoffs with Case Keenum and we could have done damage. Cincinnati wouldn't have been in. We would have won our division. But he kept playing Mayfield injured and playing terribly. Everyone was wondering, why is he doing this? Well, I told you. He played him injured and exploitable. Went to Jimmy Haslam and said, look, we need a quarterback. Now, if he benches Mayfield third, fourth game of the season after he played bad, Jimmy Haslam, he's going to say, well, he was injured last year. I'm not replacing him. No, I'm not doing it. This way, he gets to go to Jimmy Haslam, no question asked. He's gone. I mean, think of the last game against the season, against Pittsburgh. He had him back there with a rookie tackle to get maimed. And then players know it. So, in hindsight, it was a great plan, and I'm all aboard. At the time, I wasn't because I wanted to get in the playoffs. But sometimes you got to sacrifice a little to gain in the future, and that's what we did. So Mayfield last year is not it's not indicative of how Mayfield is as a player on the field. He's not as bad as he was last year. What you're going to get in Baker Mayfield if you open up the offense is what you got in your rookie year. He can throw you touchdowns, and he's going to throw you interceptions, but he's not the elite guy. He's not an elite guy, but he can win you games. There's no doubt about it. But he's going to throw interceptions too if you put him in a full bore offense. But that's what Kevin Stefanski did. Like I say, if he sits him, we're starting the season with Baker Mayfield this year, and we have no shot. Now we got Deshaun Watson, so that's why I kept playing him. And at the time I was pissed, but now thinking back, I actually love it because Jimmy Haslam would have never have been on board if Mayfield sat after that injury. He would have been like, he took us to the playoffs. We're not moving on. That's what he would have done. It was dirty. There's no doubt about it. And no one can convince me otherwise. But you know what? Mayfield, to his credit, wanted to keep going out there. You know, he could have said no, but he wanted to show how tough he used Mayfield's own toughness against them when you think about it. He manipulated him. Kevin Stefanski's he's an evil genius what he did. And I'll tell you what, at the time I was not on board with it, but I'm very happy how it turned out because we got rid of a petulant child, a cancer in the locker room. Listen, there's a reason why no players are taking Mayfield's defense now. As soon as Mayfield gets traded, you're going to see a bombardment of Browns players congratulating Deshaun Watson. It's like they really can't do nothing now because they're worried about how sensitive Baker is. That's what you get with Baker Mayfield. If you can deal with his off-the-field antics, and I'm talking about his childness, his petulant ability to be center of attention, high school class clown, whatever, then he can win you some games. And he can play, but I just don't know how he'll be received in the locker room with adults. Because, he didn't want to go to Seattle because Drew Lock's there. Drew Lock is same kind of personality. They butt heads. And I can see Mayfield going to Seattle and him and Drew Lock having problems right off the bat. But, like I say, Mayfield, he's like the Brett Favre. But Brett Favre in this era, with all these mistakes he made, is not going to be a top 10 quarterback. And I'm not saying Mayfield is Brett Favre, but I'm like, he's like it. He's going to throw you touchdowns, but he's going to throw you interceptions also. His ceiling is his rookie year, not the one you can contain him like Stefanski did that one year. He played good that year with Stefanski, but I think his ceiling is what he did in his rookie year. And what I mean by that is he's a gunslinger. He's going to throw you 3 touchdowns, and he's going to throw you 3 interceptions, especially like at the end of the game against Baltimore his rookie year. But it's definitely better than... I'd say it's definitely better than a lot of quarterbacks out there. Like I say, if Mayfield's petulant, childlike behavior and attitude wasn't like it is, he would be a better fit in Indianapolis than Matt Ryan. He would, because he's a better quarterback than Matt Ryan right now. I know Matt Ryan's, it's a good pickup by the Colts, but if Mayfield didn't have this childlike persona that want to be the center of attention, he's a better quarterback than Matt Ryan. Right now he is. Matt Ryan's just better in the pocket. and he can see the field better. But I'm just saying, Mayfield's a better ceiling than Matt Ryan at this juncture because Matt Ryan's not Tom Brady. He's not going to play till he's 45. And Mayfield's definitely a better option. He's not as good as Jameis Winston, but he's a better option than Mitch Trubisky. If if I was the Steelers right now, I'd be trying to get Baker Mayfield and trying to ship Trubisky out of there. Even though I like Trubisky, he can run, but Baker Mayfield's a better thrower of the football than Mitch Trubisky. Trust me. You put him in an offense, he can function. He can give you what he did with Stefanski that one year. Keep him contained a little bit, but if you want to go all bore out, he can win you some games. I truly believe that. I think Stefanski's offensive philosophy did keep Mayfield back. Mayfield's got a bad record when he has the ball last. A lot of that's on Stefanski. His play calling in crucial moments of the games, he's running 13. It was terrible. So I got to give Mayfield that. I do believe he'd be a better quarterback without Kevin Stefanski. Now, Stefanski's not going to run the same offense with Deshaun Watson. It's going to be wide open. Deshaun Watson can do it all, read the field, move in the pocket. So you're going to see the full benefit of a Kevin Stefanski. But I'm saying to a team out there that wants a quarterback, if you can deal with the childlike, and this might be and Baker Mayfield may just wake up. He may say, you know what? This guy's right. I got to start behaving like a professional. Keep his mouth shut. And he can benefit some teams out there. Believe me, I'll tell you right now, Carolina would be foolish not to take him. And I do like running quarterbacks, Marcus Mariota, but I would say this right now. I think they jumped the gun a little bit because I think Baker Mayfield's a better quarterback than Marcus Mariota. I do. And so I think there are spots for Mayfield, but like I say, Carolina should be on the phone with him right now. Seattle should be on the phone because he is 10 times better than Drew Lock. I'm sorry. So that's what Stefanski did, why he kept playing him. I got to give Stefanski credit. And he used Mayfield's toughness against him. So, Mayfield, you do have a future in this NFL, but it has to start here with your mind. You have to contain your childlike behavior because you're like 26 years old and you act like you behave more childish than me. And I'm 53 years old and I act like I'm 13. So, do what you want with this information, Mayfield, but that right there is a testament to you, the INT.